The enemy tank is advancing! The tank is backing up! They fire on the infantry by the tank!
Hey, what's up guys, this is 9 Lives coming at you with my first Call of Duty World War II video on the full release of the game, because I made a couple videos on the beta, but the game's actually out now. As you can see, I'm using the Kar98k here with the diamond camo. Just unlocked the diamond camo. I've been playing this game non-stop all weekend since its release, and this is a 100 plus kill gameplay, more than 100 kills with the Kar98k, and that clip that you saw at the beginning, that was actually from this match. That back-to-back-to-back collateral is from this match. So I hope you guys enjoy. It's a pretty sick gameplay. Now, if you guys didn't know, I've had a long time obsession with the war game mode in Call of Duty ever since I first played it in 2008 in Call of Duty World at War. Here's a short clip to show you what that looked like. This is Call of Duty World at War in the war game mode. So a lot has changed since then. War in 2008 versus war in 2017. Almost 10 years has went by. And in the new version of War, there's objectives where you have to blow up ammo depots and build bridges and escort tanks and all this type of stuff. So even though I'm comparing two game modes that have a lot of different mechanics, and it may even seem coincidental that they share the same name, the most important stuff is carried over. So to me, that is the way that the spawns work, the way that both teams are forced to progress through the map, and how everybody kind of attacks the objective in waves, and there's not a whole bunch of dilly-dallying like there might be in Domination and that type of thing. I really appreciate the war game mode because of that. So even though they've added these bells and whistles like escorting tanks, destroying ammo depots and all this type of stuff, essentially the core mechanics that made it great are still there. That being said, I think the game mode is really being let down by the way that they're handling the maps for this right now. So this is Operation Breakout, and it's one of the 3 available maps for the war game mode at launch. This is another one here. This is Operation Neptune. So this is storming the beaches of Normandy, just off the boats here, trying to push up into the bunkers. And it just doesn't flow very well. Like, it's a really cool map. It looks especially really cinematic when you're up at the bunkers watching the enemy team charge you. So if the roles were reversed here, it looks like the scene out of a movie that you've seen. And I mean, it's such a huge historic event for humanity. It's really cool that they did it. It just doesn't flow that well in terms of, you know, being a Call of Duty map. And I think by far Operation Breakout has the best flow. It feels like it was the most kind of thought out as, you know, how would it play best as a war map. You know, Operation Neptune feels a little bit forced, and I think it doesn't play that well because of that, if that's the case. But anyways, the main thing is there's only 3 maps available right now. So with each DLC that comes out through the year, they're going to be adding another map to the war game mode, and I can't wait for that. But right now, it's kind of hard to sit down and play when there's only 3 maps available. And to me, like the Normandy map really is kind of rough. So I think what I'm going to do is play a lot more Team Deathmatch and Domination and some other game modes for now. I would love to do some 1v1s and either maybe like live stream that or invite some of you guys to 1v1 me in the pit in the headquarters. Unfortunately right now, no 1v1s can be done because the headquarters is a ghost town. There's been some server issues, and I think they had to disable the multiplayer aspect of the headquarters temporarily. But once that's back up, I would love to do some 1v1s as well. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want a chance at 1v1ing me, because I think what I'll probably do is live stream that. I think that makes the most sense. So I would like start the live stream. You guys would see that I'm online and I'm in the 1v1 pit. And then you guys would just join in and see, you know, who can beat me. And then I'd be able to spectate whoever's in there, because that's the way the 1v1 pit works, is you can kind of stand on the outside and spectate whoever's in there. It's really cool. I love the fact that they did it. It'd be cool if in the future too, they would allow you to do like snipers only 1v1s, because that's my only gripe with it at the moment. Like sometimes you end up having to only do like spades or something. Like you have to hit them with a shovel, and that's the only option because it's like a voting system, and it's a vetoing 2 of the 3 options. So If you can do your own settings, especially for you know, streamers or YouTubers or something like that who want to play with some of their viewers, I mean, I'm sure we'd all have the most fun if we're able to do like sniper 1v1s. I think that'd be super cool. But anyways, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to check that out. Right now, we can't immediately do the 1v1 thing just because the headquarters is kind of down at the moment, but definitely on my mind for the future. Also on my mind for the future is an updated quickscoping tutorial where I show you guys my techniques for quickscoping in Call of Duty World War II specifically, because they've changed quite a bit. The sniper rifles behave a little bit differently. There's no aim assist unless you're hard scoping, so basically there's just no aim assist. And I haven't done a quickscoping tutorial since Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which was a few years ago now. So the first one I ever did was Modern Warfare 3, then I did one for Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, and then Advanced Warfare. And I haven't made a quickscoping tutorial since then. And especially with so much changed this year, I really want to revisit that and show you guys how to quickscope as effectively as possible and give you guys those tips. So if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed. I'll have that in the works very soon. I would also like to do another top 10 plays video. So if you guys are recording your own sniper clips and you'd like to submit to be in my top 10 plays series, I'll have the link in the video description and also in the pinned comment at the top of the comment section if you want to submit your clip so you can be featured in my next top 10 plays video. If you guys have any video suggestions for me in terms of Call of Duty World War II sniper content that you'd like to see, just leave a comment down below letting me know what you'd like, and I'll go through, read everybody's comments, and see what I can do. Lately, I've been playing a little bit more Team Deathmatch and Domination just for the map variety, since there's 9 maps available for those modes, and for War there's only 3. This is the only clip I've recorded so far outside of the war game mode. I really haven't spent enough time on it yet, but in the little bit that I have played, it's really reminding me of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is the last Call of Duty game that I actually put a lot of hours into as far as like recording for montage clips and whatnot. But there's several maps in this game that feel like Black Ops 2 maps to me. There's one that feels like Hijacked. There's one that feels like Slums. There's one that feels like Standoff. I don't know if it was intentional, but the layout of the maps end up being pretty similar, and I think that's part of the reason why they play so well. Again, I don't know if it's intentional, but the regular rotation multiplayer maps I think are very well laid out for the most part. There's a couple anomalies, but for the most part, I think they're very, very good. The sniper rifles also feel amazing, and they remind me of the sniper rifles in Black Ops 2. The Kar98 reminds me of the Ballista from Black Ops 2. I think the reason for that is the Kar98 seems to have a faster scope and speed. I haven't actually tested it yet, but it's just going by feel. The Kar98 seems to have a faster scope and speed, and the Ballista from Black Ops 2 had a faster scope and speed than usual as well. And actually, there was a quad feed right there. So I'm going to do some testing and get you a video in a few days, kind of comparing the different sniper rifles and seeing what the difference is, because I'm definitely curious to see how they stack up. And it's actually a little bit weird. It seems like the Kar98 has higher damage than the other sniper rifles. I don't like, again, this is not confirmed. I haven't actually done the testing yet, but it seems like the Lee Enfield is weaker, and it has a slower scope in speed, and it has a slower time between shots or something like that. It's kind of weird the way that they balanced it, but at least the Kar98 feels freaking amazing, and basically everybody's using the Kar98. If you don't have the Kar98 yet, the way that you unlock it is you need to prestige the Mountain Division. So use the Mountain Division, look at how you prestige it. I think you need to get level 5 as your like division rank, and then you can talk to the guy and prestige it. So definitely worth doing. This is by far the best sniper rifle in the game right now. I actually hope they add the PTRS. So the PTRS is the sniper rifle that you guys saw in that little World at War clip that I had earlier. So the PTRS was the best sniper rifle in Call of Duty World at War. If they put it in this game, my only concern would be if they're able to balance it properly, because it'd have to probably be through a supply drop, and if they put an overpowered weapon in supply drop, then all hell would break loose. I would not be happy about that. If you guys have followed the channel before, I'm not a huge fan of supply drops. I never do supply drop opening videos or anything like that. This year, as it is now, the supply drop, oh, that was a terrible nade, by the way. That was embarrassing. The supply drops this year, though, seem pretty decent as they are now. Now, Sledgehammer in an interview said that at launch, the supply drops would be cosmetic only, and they didn't say anything about after launch. So I think there's a pretty good chance that they have something up their sleeve with the supply drops, and we'll just have to wait and see if they're able to balance them properly in a way that doesn't hurt the game. If they were able to balance something like a PTRS sniper rifle, which is a semi-auto, kind of like a Barrett 50 cal in the supply drops, I'd be really happy about it. I really like the amount of selection that they could potentially bring, because right now there's really only 3 sniper rifles that anybody would realistically use. That's the Lee Enfield, the Springfield, and the Kar98. So I'm sure anybody who snipes would love to see more options, especially because a lot of us only ever snipe when we play Call of Duty. So having 3 guns to use is not the most exciting. But yeah, so we've got the clip from the beginning coming up here. You might have noticed that I cut out some of the slower bits in this gameplay, but overall, I end up with 101 kills. Pretty much all of that was with the Kar98. I don't think I picked up the flamethrower or really got any grenade kills or anything like that. By the way, I think the enemy team pushes the tank up to 95 right here. Yeah, they got it up to 95 with 1 minute and 23 seconds left. And they end up losing. So it was a pretty close game. And that's one of the things I love about the war game mode, is you can have these really tense games where everybody's into it. Because if you have a close game in domination, like sometimes people don't really care because, I mean, it's just domination. That's kind of the mentality. I think with domination, I'm not saying that's good, but I think it happens. Whereas with war, everybody's so involved that you really feel it coming down to the line when they get 95% like that. Anyways, so here's the clip right here. There's a collateral, and move up, look to the right, and get another collateral. Another guy running out there, single, and take a look up in the arches, collateral. Really love that clip. Definitely the best clip I've hit so far on Call of Duty World War II. So if you want a chance to 1v1 me in the pit in the headquarters, make sure you subscribe so you can see if I'm live streaming that in the future. Right now, again, the headquarters multiplayer isn't really working, but once that's up, we'll try and do some 1v1s. If you want to find out what the best sniper rifle to use is and what the difference between the Kar98k and the Lee Enfield and the Springfield is, I'm going to be doing some testing, and I'll let you guys know the answer as soon as I'm done in the form of a new video. Also going to be doing a top 10 plays video, so make sure you submit your clips. Again, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment if you'd like to submit your clips. There will also be a quickscoping tutorial where I'll show you guys my tips and techniques for sniping and quickscoping in Call of Duty. I've been doing it for years and years and years, and every once in a while I like to make a video kind of letting you guys know what I'm doing. And also, if you're already really good at sniping and quickscoping, you can share it with a friend who is looking to improve. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. It only takes 2 seconds to hit that like button, and I really, really appreciate it. On the screen now are some links that you can click to check out my other Call of Duty World War II videos. And as you can see, 101 kills at the end of the match. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon with a new one. Peace.